continuing to try and get our internet back up. And Chad in my ear says that internet's coming back. So that should be coming soon. I'm going to get you back down to the field because we've got a promotion here. Looks like we've got some dancing in the dark. And we couldn't let you folks miss that. Oh, Radbod Dadbod hosting the Dancing in the Dark here. Gonna look at Connor Higgins getting loose on the bump for the Party Animals. He's gonna be their fourth pitcher to work tonight. Takes over for Lealios after Sean Fluke and Brett Helton took care of the first 5 innings. Helton doing the lion's share of the work there. Some good moves here. Really eclectic costumes on this wonderful Saturday night in Grayson Stadium. Okay, and I'm so sorry. I have to bid you all adieu. We're about to be back live on the YouTube page with actual cameras and like a really nice setup. It's going to be a real broadcast. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for checking in with us. I'm Bika Rico Suave. He's on my Josh. Goodbye. I don't know how to end this. I don't know how to end. Zach, Frangelo, help me out. I don't know how to end a live video. It's going to be on forever. Tough blinks. Oh, that's good stuff. How do we get this jobber up? All right, cool. We're setting up our video return currently. And you guys are ready for us on cam? Josh is saying, let's just watch Banana Ball. Yeah. And welcome back to Banana Ball, bottom of the 7th inning. Nanners with a 1-point lead. We have battled the Gremlins who tried to take us down with an internet attack as we're here just less than a day after Hurricane Helene blew through, goofed around with some of our technology. Great job by the hardworking folks in the control room on the BTV crew to get us back and running. We've still got 3 innings of Banana Ball to deliver for you tonight as Reese Alexiadis works himself a sprint on 5 pitches. Connor Higgins right around the zone, but former Angels, check that, it's not a real team. Former Angels minor leaguer could not find the zone, and the inning-winning run is aboard just like that.
Alexiadis on for the 2nd time tonight for the Bananas, just to catch everybody up to speed. Of course, the Bananas still leading this game 1-0, but the highlights, 2 scoreless innings from Ethan Skujay, and it was Reese Alexiadis robbing Dalton Cornett of a home run to end the top of the 6th. Something you'll probably be able to find on the Banana socials in the coming days, hopefully.
You'll definitely be able to find it on the Banana Ball Top 11 Plays. That will be on the Banana Ball YouTube channel in the middle of next week. I would wager Wednesday night. Jackson Olsen now 2 for 3. Bill Leroy is fired up because it's raining men, and it also looks like it's raining real water on him.
Well, Bill getting helped by the Bananas before coming up to home plate, and we know just how good Bill has been in his career, batting after a signature walk-up. Of course, had the home run in Grayson Stadium a month ago after walking up to a Morgan Wallen song, and we've also seen some big things from Bill Leroy when it comes to a Where's My Hairbrush walk-up and a Bill Nye the Science Guy intro.
Saw some big things down there with Bill, too. 3 new Bananas trying out for the night. They get to take part in a specialty walk-up.
By the way, don't forget, for everybody, seeing the pot of chili behind Connor Higgins on the mound, that's some of Kevin's famous chili from The Office.
Right, well, Higgins grew up a little more than an hour away from Scranton in Allentown, Pennsylvania, so it makes sense that he would have access to the secret recipe. Armando Becerra was on his horse, but simply could not get there, never had a chance. Had to run a long way to try and pull that in. Party Animals outfield playing Bill to hit the opposite way against a guy in Higgins who is often in the low to mid 90s with the fastball. By the way, another shout out to the Weather Girls with It's Raining Men. We get to talk about my favorite, Martha Wash, who is, if you'll remember, the singer of the hook of Gonna Make You Sweat.
Yeah, we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Correct. She's back.
And it was Rob Harvilla who informed you of that, correct?
I would have never known it without 60 Songs That Explain the 90s. And I would have never known that podcast exists without you, buddy.
Well, thanks, man. I like Robbie H.
Guy gets it, as Bill just gets a piece of that fastball. Came in at 91, according to TrackMan. Inning-winning runs at second base. And a flail and a miss. Nasty bender there from Higgins to pick up a big first out.
Yeah, beautiful pitch from Big Butter and Bill Leroy. It found a lot of success against Connor this season, entering 3 for 5 with a ball four sprint. Here comes away with kind of a surprising punch out. You get a little dance from Connor Higgins as well.
Now Robert Anthony Cruz, as Indy scoops that, he's able to keep Reese at second base. What a play. Boy, Indiana, we were lucky enough to watch him behind the dish a ton summer of 2022 when he was a Banana. He has just gotten better across time since then. Mine will be a brick wall back there.
Yeah, I mean, making a really good impression on Mike Basis and the rest of the Party Animals coaching staff right now. There's not a lot of pass ball or a wild pitch tonight.
Big front door bender, strike 3. -1 is 2. Strike 2, everybody. It's good to get a little mental math worked into your broadcast as well. Full count. So now Butters one bad one away from gifting the Bananas their second point. Goes with the bender. Baber's gonna grab the runner at second. Acuff had no chance at first, so he checks on Rack over at third.
Chase Acuff was trying to pull off a sneaky play after fielding that throw from Baber at the second base bag. Faked the throw to first base, then twirled around. Had a little 360 throw over to third base, seeing if Reese Alexiadis would be caught off that third base bag. But Alexiadis, again, an incredibly intelligent base runner, staying put there at third.
Cruz up to second does not matter for the Party Animals. They only care about Alexiadis over at third. Kyle Jackson has taken over for Danny Hosley at third base, who is 1 for 2 on the night. It's 90 below the knees. That one deep out to right. Skoll on his horse. Tracks it down. Inning-saving play from the former first rounder. And it's still just a 1-point lead for the Nanners.
Did not get a terrific first step on that ball, but still came away with a really impressive grab there to save Connor Higgins, who had quite a few fist pumps coming off that pitcher's mound.
And the Chili's still out there behind the rubber as we honor all the service members, both past and present, with us here in historic Grayson Stadium. We pass that on to everybody watching on the Banana Ball YouTube page as well.
We thank you for your service and commitment to our great country. To our police officers, to our firefighters, to our nurses, to our EMS workers, to our dispatchers,
So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Tight one here. Nanners clinging to a 1-point lead. Check that. We go to the top of the 8th. And Zach Phillips takes over on the mound for the Nanners.
Yeah, Zach Phillips out on the mound for the 57th time this season for the Bananas. It's the most appearances we've ever seen from a pitcher in a single season. So that record just continues to climb more and more for Philly. Unfortunately for the Bananas left-hander, suffered the loss in Citizens Bank Park last weekend after surrendering a go-ahead single and run batted into Bryson Bloomer in the 8th inning of work. But Philly hoping to reset here, keep the Bananas 1-point lead in this ball game, and he has hopefully an easy task as he's facing 8, 9, and 10 due up for the Party Animals here in the 8th.
Well, it's the bottom 3 in the order, but I would not call it an easy task. Boy, Tanner crumples. He had a chance to stand alone across the World Tour stolen base when it comes to steals, a first record. He has 6 of them pacing this tour, tied with Dakota McFadden. As well as Dan Oberst, who's hit that mark last year. Pretty much had a free base if he had known that that one got away from Bill. He does not, and he gets his base the hard way. Line drive base knock right back up the middle.
Yeah, a little lefty on lefty crime. Nice piece of full count hitting from Tanner Thomas. Hasn't had the most success against Zach Phillips this season, batting just .250 against him. But is able to reach and now try and keep things going for Indiana Stanley. Only the 2nd time that Indy's ever faced off against Philly.
He loses his bat, which flies into the netting, falls down. Without any harm coming to either the bat nor any human. No, it doesn't come down. It's actually lodged in the netting. Thankfully, we have Radbod, Dadbod up there to take care of it. The best and brightest Banana Land has to offer, solving this one. Hey, I thought Drake was running something in the control room. He's out there goofing around, swinging bats in the Party Animals dugout.
He's everywhere, man.
Turns out we're blaming the stream going down on Drake, so they kicked him out of the control room.
But that's one place that he can always find acceptance and appreciation, the Party Animals dugout.
Yeah, makes sense. Another 2-strike pitch spoiled by Stanley. As Phillips continues to fire in heaters. That last one at 91. There he is. Caught him red-handed, out and about. Just goofing around as Stanley is finally set down. Good location there from Philly to get his first K of the night.
Yeah, and the Party Animals making him work to start this frame. Philly already with 12 pitches fired to Tanner Thomas and now Indiana Stanley. And now it is time for Dustin Baber to walk up to home plate, go down to that knee and chug a brewski.
Babe's 1 for 2 on the ball game. Fans, it seems like, extra fired up about Baber chugging a beer.
Well, there are actually a lot of Party Animals fans in attendance here tonight. They've been loud for the boys in black and pink, and they were loud for the Party Animals even when we were in the pregame plaza today.
It's a fact. One shot into the second deck. No balls, 2 strikes on the Animal second baseman. Fastball at 90 on the dot is down. There goes Tanner Thomas. High fly ball to shallow left. Thomas retreats back to first as Cruz moseys in for the out.
That was a mighty leg kick from Dustin Baber before swinging at the 1-2 for Zach Phillips. And unfortunately just way too much launch angle getting underneath that pitch and flying out to Robert Anthony Cruz. Tough also when Tanner Thomas was running on the pitch, and this is another one. Right to rack, lining it up, going for the backflip catch, and it's Cruz coming away with the out and maintaining the Bananas 1-point lead as well. If Cruz does not come up with that one, there is a chance the Party Animals were scoring a run in that situation.
Mighty impressive stuff from Rack, who's up to 28 trick plays in his rookie campaign. See Lisa Albritton in the chat wondering if his Stilts has gotten an opportunity yet. Not yet, Lisa, so we'll see if Stilts gets inserted in our final inning and a half on the docket. Party Animals only have 3 more offensive outs to play with. As we turn Grayson Stadium yellow. It's the 80th game of the tour tonight for the Nanners. We're trying to get win number 50. Party Animals play for the 77th time. No longer can end above 500, with one of our 3 games this weekend being canceled due to Hurricane Helene. But boy, would they love to finish this year off on a winning streak and pull within as close to 500 as they can.
It's going to be imperative here in the bottom of the 8th to keep the Bananas getting any kind of insurance point before the final inning. And I've also seen recently the Party Animals have been incredibly good at rallying in the final inning of play. They'll try and find that magic yet again. But first, it's time to see if Brady Keiss can throw up a scoreless frame for the Animals.
Keiss, a visitor across the 6 games that Banana Ball's developmental team got. Hailing from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, had the biggest moment of his Banana Ball career his last time out is he got the huge save with only 1 point to work with in Philadelphia last Saturday.
In front of 45,000 folks, is Brady Keiss collecting his first career Banana Ball save. And it all came after issuing a leadoff sprint to D.R. Meadows. But from there, Keiss dialed it.
A lot of fastballs. It's that one in the zone here to Ryan Cox, bottom of the order, trying to feed the top as the Nanners look for some insurance. Coxie a fly out and ground out tonight. D.R. Meadows and Dan Oberst do to swing it at the top. Full count here on the Pride of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Good fight on an 89-mile-an-hour heater.
And all the Bananas have to ask for is Ryan Cox to reach base safely. Then the lineup flips over. We're back to the top, and they can insert Malachi Mitchell for Coxie on first base. He's able to get on and, again, putting up a really good battle. Already 7 pitches thrown from Keiss to Cox.
Couple shakes, now the payoff. Flipped out towards center. What a plate appearance from the glove magician. That is classic Ryan Cox right there. Just like that, the Nanners have the inning-winning run aboard. And right on cue, here comes Stilts. And the first one all the way to the backstop. Cox grabs a free 90 on the wild pitch.
Well, that one was going to be really tough for Indiana Stanley to keep from going to the backstop. And Brady Keiss, of course, having to adjust his strike zone with Stilts up at the plate as Dustin Baber ranges into shallow right field and comes away with a snazzy sliding grab to rob Stilts of a knock.
Excellent work from Baber as Kais has himself a souvenir from Stilts. The bat imploded as Baber grabs a web gem. Now the fans with a chance to make a play. They do not catch the foul ball off the bat of Dan Oberst. That one out to left. Mondo can't reach it. Cox is going to score easily. And Dan Oberst has supplied all the power tonight for the Nanners. He earns his second walk-off and doubles the lead for the boys in yellow.
The man in the 2-hole for the Savannah Bananas provides point number 2. And now how about this? Ryan Kellogg doing his best Buddy the Elf impression.
And that's what Kellogg gets for calling Malachi Mitchell an elf. Just thought he saw one of his people. A little ground and pound there from Flash. By the way, that double from Dan Oberst, 106 miles an hour off the bat. Same exact exit velocity of his walk-off 2-run homer to win the 3rd inning. And now the young professor letting the people know that we're going to our final inning.
On the other hand, the Savannah Bananas need just 3 outs to lock down a victory here tonight in Grayson Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final inning.
Well, this is what Banana Ball is all about right here. Nanners do get some insurance, but it's a tight game. Still just a 2-point lead for one of the best pitchers we have ever seen. Danny Hosley, the Nanners closer, comes in, and he's going to have 2, 3, and 4 in the Party Animals lineup. Acuff, Skoll, and Cornett due to swing it with the game on the line.
Yeah, and we saw Danny Hosley in the month of August made some mechanical adjustments for the Savannah Bananas, and they did not go in his favor. Got hit around quite a bit by the Party Animals overall, but he has really dialed it back in here in September. Danny Hosley, 5 scoreless frames here in September, and all of his minutes per inning marks have been completed in 3 minutes and 3 seconds or less.
That's the crazy part right there, especially for someone who gets so much of a success off strikeouts. They look 73 Ks to just 18 sprints on the tour for Danny Do-It-All. It was 1 for 2 at the plate tonight, started at third base. Now sets his sights on the Animal shortstop. Acuff takes a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, just a hair down and out. Sharply hit to Ryan Cox, sticks with a tough, hot 360 throw on the mark to Correll Prime. Sparkling play for the first out in the 9th.
And what a luxury it is for the Bananas to be able to insert a very tall man in Correll Prime over there at first base as well, to be able to handle a stretch like that required to field that throw from Ryan Cox. Just perfect late inning defensive management from Tyler Dillon and Adam Byron.
Now Jake Skoll steps in, 0 for 3 on the night. Doesn't bite on the 12-6 curve. Will often get a steady diet of Vulcan changeups from Hosley, which is what he saw right there. Fouls it off. Another Vulcan change, another strike. Hosley working quickly, goes right back to it. Tough play for Cox. But he takes care of the speedy Skoll for out number 2.
Ryan Cox doing his part on the left side of this Bananas infield. Played perfectly in the skull shift. And once again, how about that stretch from Correll Prime? Just enough needed to get that banana ball before Skull's foot could find that first base bag.
It's a treat getting to watch Prime do his thing over at first. 6'5". And 7 years of minor league experience over at 1B. Bosley jumps ahead of Dalton Cornett. The Party Animals' last chance. That one off the glove of Leroy. Ricochets off Vincent Chapman. Could have been a great chance for Dalton Cornett to steal first base and bring the tying run up to the plate, but he does not pull the trigger.
And Dalton Cornett doesn't necessarily have the speed that a lot of other guys do to easily take first base. Saw Cornett watch Bill Leroy go after that one, and that's just 1 second too long for the Party Animals designated hitter, who rolls this over to Correll Prime, flips over to first base to Danny Hosley, and it's the Savannah Bananas coming away with the 2-0 win over the Party Animals tonight in Grayson Stadium.
Another look. Prime, smooth as silk, thinks about going behind the back, says, no, let's just make sure. We put this one in the W column, the 50th of the year for the Nanners, as they improve to 38-27 on the tour against their arch rivals. And tip your caps to the pitchers tonight. They allow a run in the second, that's it for the Party Animals. Now Bill Leroy and the boys get to celebrate here at home in Grayson.
Banana Nation, let's dance!
We'll have another game for you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. And then we have the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour Draft on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Both of those events will be right here on the Nanners YouTube page. Can't wait to bring the two of them to you. Tomorrow's set to be another stupendous Banana Ball game, as we only have 2 left on the schedule. And then on Thursday night, we get to find out what the schedule will be for next year. For now, let's toss it down to Bill. He's shouting out his boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet your winning squad. Infielder Dalton Malden, with entertainers Alex Ziegler, Malachi Mitchell, and Maceo. And tonight's starting pitcher, Jared Donaldson. And behind the plate, myself, Bill Leroy. And our pitching staff, Cowboy Kyle Louise, Ethan Scooge, Ryan Kellogg, Austin Krusminski, DJ the Invader, Andy Archer, Zach Phillips, and Noah Nisnick. And for the boys that do it all, our utility players, Eric Jones and Danny Husley. And for the boys in the infield, Jackson Olsen, Ryan Cox, Danny Oberst, Brandon Crosby, Gary J. Jackson, and Correll Prime. For the boys in the outfield, D.R. Meadows, Reese Alexiadis, Rack, Robert Anthony Cruz, Michael Deeb, and Ty Jackson. Our coaching staff, Adam Byron, Ray Ortega, and Tyler Gillum. And last but not least, the tallest man in sports, Dakota Stilts Albritton.
Savannah, Georgia. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. You have been an incredible audience. Thank you for braving the conditions of getting out here. For those of you that are without power heading home, man, thank you for spending some of your night with us. We hope we can take some of those worries away for at least a couple of hours. And don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen, because we're not done quite yet. Out in the plaza, you can already hear the music starting. We're going to have our plaza party. All the players, all the cast, we're going to hang out, take some pictures, sign some autographs. We are not done quite yet. Thank you so much for all of you for being here tonight. On behalf of the Bananas and the Party Animals, my name is the young professor saying to you, class dismissed. Be safe getting home, everybody. We'll see you outside.
Well, that was a fun night here in Savannah. And an excellent ball game between the Bananas and Party Animals. Looked like the Animals might jump out front early. They pushed the first run across tonight back in the second inning. But then the Bananas respond, and the Animals never score after that moment. Welcome back inside the booth with Josh Chalevsky, Biko Scala. Happy Saturday night to everybody here in virtual Banana Land. A Dan Oberst walk-off homer in the third and a Dan Oberst walk-off double in the second was all the offense the Nanners needed for the 2-0 win tonight.
It was all about timely hitting from the Savannah Bananas tonight, and they got it especially from Dan Oberst, as you said, collecting both of the walk-offs for the Bananas. And overall, a lot of really encouraging things to see in tonight's Banana Ball game. You saw a game that concluded in 1 hour and 41 minutes tonight, and then there were 22 trick plays in this ball game as well. You saw 13 from the Bananas, 9 from the Party Animals. Really impressive, especially considering there are times where you see the Party Animals with lower trick play totals because they have fewer opportunities to grab them due to the walk-off, but the Party Animals with 9 in tonight's ball game. And when you talk about trick plays, Ryan Cox, of course, set a new Banana Ball milestone, grabbing his 200th trick play tonight. The first player to ever reach 200 in a single season, something that could very well stand for a long time for Ryan Coxey. And what's interesting about trick plays, additionally, only 5 starters between the Bananas and the Party Animals tonight on offense did not hit into a trick play out tonight. That would be Armando Becerra, Bryson Bloomer, and Indiana Stanley of the Party Animals, and then Jackson Olsen and Bill Leroy of the Savannah Bananas. Thanks to Mikey O'Connor for that little tidbit. And then, of course, Dan Oberst with the 2 big knocks. And for the Party Animals, they were able to collect 9 hits against the Savannah Bananas tonight, but the pitching did not allow any ball four sprints to the Party Animals. The only free base they really gave to the Party Animals was on 1 steal of first that we saw tonight. And what the Party Animals unfortunately really struggled in, they grounded into 4 double plays tonight, which really killed some of their rallies, 3 of which unfortunately came off the bat of Jason Swan.
Yeah, that's the problem with hitting the ball hard on the ground, which is how most double plays happen. Swanee does not make a lot of soft contact. Tonight he hit the ball hard, straight at the Bananas' left side of the infield. 1 started at second, 2 started at third base for Jason Swan here tonight. So the Nanners going around the horn twice on him, which is pretty impressive for a guy that runs quite well. You have to tip your cap to the Bananas pitching staff. Donaldson does give up that 1 run in the second inning. Armando Becerra, who is 3 for 3 right in the middle of that rally, but it does not get worse than that. And then the ball handed to Ethan Scujay, who ends up giving 2 scoreless innings of work before he gives Zach Phillips an inning and then Danny Hosley, and they do the job as well.
Well, again, the Bananas went to a lot of go-to guys who've been really powerful since the start of August. And when I say that, I think especially of Ryan Kellogg and Zach Phillips. And although things have been a little up and down for Ethan Scujay, provided 2 solid innings of relief tonight. And of course, was aided by an incredible Banana Ball play that we saw tonight, a robbed home run catch by Reese Alexiadis in right field yet again.
Yeah, that changes a lot right there. Dalton Cornett sends that one out to the land of good and plenty. We have a very different ball game, but Alexiadis showing you why he is an all-world outfield defender to go with a really impressive bat he's having. an insane freshman campaign. Okay, we've got to clean everything up here. We'll be back at it 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon for the Bananas and Party Animals once again. And then, as we've talked about a bunch, we'll have the draft, so you get to find out what the schedule will be next year. That's coming on Thursday night. Got to shout out the casted crew that made this show possible. We will be giving away not just one, but 2 pairs of shoes! Yes, from our dear friends over at Zappos tomorrow. Before we can shut this down, lay our heads to the bed, and give away 2 pairs of shoes tomorrow. Shouting out the cast and the crew. A tight one tonight, but boy, did they do a heck of a job. On the high home camera, Lex. That is superstar stuff from Lexton Fowler. Battlestar Galactica. On the low home, 2 home plate cameras. That would be Emerson Elmgren, the Iron Horse of BTV. M-Doggy, of course, she's showing up no matter the conditions. On center field, Hope, excellent stuff by Hope Peters, out braving the scaffolding. On the audio tonight in the control room, it was Gwen Guido. On the replay, Nick Keldy, a.k.a. DJ Squints. On the graphics, that is Julia Massey. On the scorebug, Frank Guido. It's a family affair in that control room. And on the statistics being updated on the graphics, that is Mikey O'Connor. Takes an army to make this thing possible. Our moderators in the chat, Colbyte_ and Scott Thompson. And our executive producer, coordinating producer, engineer, Drake Toll. He gets all of those honors.
I was not ready for that one.
Neither was I. And then just our lowly coordinating producer and director and technical director, that would be Chad Reese, the straw that stirs the drink, and did some crazy stuff today to pull this broadcast off. Josh Talevsky on the color commentary and statistical savantry. Superb.
Biko Scala, tonight was a true delight. You were fantastic, and I'm a little heartbroken the fans missed the Biko Scala karaoke 6th inning.
Correct, which of course happened while we were battling all the ghouls and goblins that were attacking the control room down there and somehow disabled our internet. Thank you all so much for spending tonight with us. This was a fun one. Very happy that we were able to have a banana ball game tonight, put it together, and our hearts and our thoughts and our prayers go out to everybody that are still dealing with the effects of Hurricane Helene. It was no joke here. Hope that everybody is doing as good as possible, and hopefully you folks can enjoy some banana ball with us again tomorrow afternoon. For the executive producers of BTV, Emily, Jesse, and Carrie Cole, as well as Jared Orton, Biko Scala saying so long for now. We will catch you on the morrow. And of course, we'll see you